Hello, welcome everyone to the INCRadio San Francisco broadcast. It is 9:30 once more. We are here live on air. Should change it up just a little bit. We are going to be broadcasting from our homes, but it is not any less as exciting because it is the graduation season. So here we are with three wonderful panelists. I will actually start with our sister to my left. This way? All right, let's go with that. Sister, if you can introduce yourself.
Good evening. Yes, good evening, everyone. My name is Sister Kathleen from the locale of Concord. I'm passing it on to the other sister. She's up on my screen.
Hello, my name is Danielle from the locale of San Pablo, and I'm very excited to see everyone here tonight and excited for us to have our broadcast.
And how about over to my bottom left? I think it's a little different for you guys, but for our other brother in this broadcast, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, I'm Brother Ben. I'm from the locale of Oakland. I'm very excited to be on this panel tonight. I'll pass it off to
Hey,
my
let's give him
brother
some
once
love. Let's
again.
go give him some love in the chat. Before we go any further, I actually didn't get a chance to introduce myself. My name is Brother James from the local congregation of San Pablo, and I'll be your host here tonight. And I do have a question for our folks back home in the live chat today. And what are some greetings do you have for the graduates in your life, if any, or maybe even some tips or advice that you'd like to give to our 2025 graduating class? Because it is pretty exciting, is it not? As I mean, on me personally, I'm 7 years removed probably since the last time I've touched the book or even like any scholarly material. But we do have a graduate here joining us, Sister Kathleen. What does it feel? Actually, I'm just gonna go straight into our conversation, if that's all right. And what was it? What was it like to walk across that stage?
Ooh, well, I'm gonna be honest, that moment for me when your name gets called and when all of the awards and certificates and degrees get announced and you just walk there and you just see the crowd and the applause. It goes by really quickly. For me personally, it was very much a blur. I did not know what was going on. I just remember shaking someone's hand, getting something, getting a picture taken, and then being seated down again. It was a blur, but I think the real celebration happened after, once I was able to meet with family and friends, and that's when it hit like, oh, I'm done. Yay.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so like you said, it was a blur. I'm sure was there a lot of like, what was your graduating class like? How big was it?
Ooh, I believe it was around 100, more than 100. I don't have the exact amount, but it was a lot of us who graduated today.
Hey, that's what's up. And you know what? I actually want to pass that on to our actually other two panelists. Are you currently in school, or what is where you're at currently in your educational journey?
I, I can go next. So currently I am taking a couple of classes, but I did finish my bachelor's last year. So I remember that experience being equally as much of a blur, as Kathleen said. But yeah, that was my experience.
And before we get to Danielle, I know I could see her about to unmute. Ben, can I ask, like, what was it? You said it was just as a blur, right? If it's all right, what did you study?
Oh, I studied philosophy. So a lot of reading, a
Hey,
lot of
I like
writing.
that. Philosophy. Okay, okay. You know what? And can I ask what got you into philosophy? And I actually want to pass that on to our other two panelists as well. But starting with Ben, then Danielle, then Kath.
Yeah, so I started studying philosophy just because I've always enjoyed reading, but I found myself always wanting more out of the questions being asked in books. So I found that philosophy was a good road, or a good major to choose for me, just because it meant a lot of thinking and a lot of reading as well.
Okay, we like an introspective gentleman. We love that. Okay, okay. Hey, can we show some love in the chat below? All right, let's go to Danielle. I know you're about to, if you want to answer the previous questions, or if you want to go into the current question.
Yeah, so I started taking classes again actually last semester after not being in school for a couple years. Fun fact, me and brother James actually went to school together. So last graduation was the same one, how many years ago? But I started taking classes a few years ago for early childhood education, and I started taking it up again, plus a few like medical classes now, because I'm contemplating maybe a career change, which is always a little bit challenging, right? I really do love early childhood education. I might really stay in this one, but just wanting to also uh, open some stuff up for me. And I actually just finished my last final of the semester right before hopping on here. So that's been a ride. This semester has been like pretty hard, I would say, but made it through with God's help. So yeah, that's how it's been so far for me. I'm really excited to take a break for the summer before taking on more classes again in the fall.
Okay, okay, okay. Early childhood learning, because it's really important. I'm assuming you're also a teacher. Just want to give a little background context to our chat. So am I right with that, Sister Danielle?
Yes, I am a teacher both inside church and also in my professional life.
Okay, okay, okay. We love that. It's really important the role that teachers have, especially with young children, because that is when we kind of develop ourselves at that young age. So it's give you applause and all the love to you all you do and to all the teachers who are tuning in right now. So actually, I have another question, and this is all for all three. So it doesn't really no particular order on who wants to speak first, but what made your studies and your current accomplishments? Because we have all said a few things, bachelor's in philosophy for Ben, currently studying early child learning for Danielle, and I believe Kat. I know off screen or off air we were speaking about what you studied, and it was business administration. Like, what made your studies and these accomplishments possible? Let's not all speak at the same time.
I'll go ahead and go first if that's okay. So for me, obviously, I could not have done this without God's help. You know, going back to school after so many years was definitely difficult. Be especially now, like as an adult, I was very work focused, so it was very hard for me to start shifting back into learning, sitting down, studying. But I'm very thankful that you know God gave me an opportunity, right? And so I wanted to make sure that I really took advantage of that and made sure to do my best. I also would not have been able to do it without the support of those around me. My coworkers were very understanding if I needed to maybe take an extra day off or leave early, just so that way I could focus on big exams or other projects. Also, for example, one of my classes was actually like a creative activities class, which required me to do activities with the children. And, I'm very thankful that since I do work in the field already, I was able to use time from my work to be able to do these projects, and my coworkers were all very understanding about that. And I think that is something that I'm very grateful for, because if I did not have the support of those around me, I would not have been able to succeed the way that I was able to. And of course, my mom has been a great support. She's been very caring and giving me reminders that she's proud of me, which I love to hear, especially having those like positive reinforcements, especially when it's been pretty difficult balancing working full time as well as taking classes, especially with my medical class. That one was very new and very, very, very difficult for me. But like I said, I'm very thankful that those around me were able to give me that time that I needed to give that focus to be able to learn and, practice it when I needed to. So if it wasn't for those around me, and especially God, I really would not have been able to succeed the way that I have.
Okay, okay, okay. Some claps and snaps in the chat. We love that. We're actually gonna go. Let's go, Kat, and then Ben. What were your studies, and how did you feel like, or what would you say would be the reason you accomplished what you accomplished, and the reasoning for it?
Yeah, so similar to what Sister Danielle said, it really is truly because of God that made everything possible. As being a student by itself is already a lot. Having to study exams, quizzes, and all the classes and everything in between, on top of having to work. I know some students also have part-time jobs or maybe even full-time jobs, and adding on to that, the offices and the responsibilities that we have in the church, it really is a lot to handle and to balance in one plate. So even I'm looking back, I'm reflecting, and I don't know how I was able to fit all of that into my schedule and how I'm going to do it in the future. But through God's grace and through His help and from everyone's support and love, I was able to do it. So yeah, really, really, really grateful for that.
Okay, we love that. Hey, thank you. Shout out to our support pillars, right? The people who, the unsung heroes that support us in the backgrounds to help us achieve what we can achieve right now. All right, Ben, take us home.
Yeah, I'm just gonna echo what everyone else has said. So especially God was definitely helpful in my studies, and I thank Him for everything that He's allowed me to accomplish. All the friends that I've met as well who have helped me, and as you said, been a support pillar in my life. I just know that He allowed me to sort of prioritize my faith and prioritize my duties, so that I could remain faithful and at the same time just take off some pressure from myself from feeling like I have to perform really well in school. I found that remaining devoted to my faith definitely helped along the way. So I'm definitely grateful. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. You know what? That's that philosopher in you, man. I can hear it. I can hear it in your voice. I actually want to take this opportunity to kind of read a few of the greetings that we have at the live chat. If you guys do have any more greetings or any more advice for our upcoming graduates, please do not hesitate to drop them down in the chat below. And also, our actual live chat question was, "What greetings do you have for the graduates in your life?" So if you guys have any greetings that you'd like to share, please do not hesitate to drop them down so I can read them out loud and share them to the broadcast. We have a Mario Oka. Um, a good day here in the Philippines and enjoy watching here on INCRadio San Francisco Satellite Studio. Greetings from local of Brixtonville, District of Caloocan North. Thank you po for tuning in and watching our broadcast. Thank you po. All the way from the Philippines. Now we have Desiree from Hello from Pacifica, BA, hashtag BAC. She also mentioned thank you, teachers. Absolutely. I believe that's from in regards to the what Sister Danielle had mentioned. Irish, Sister Irish had mentioned congrats to Sister Danielle. Congratulations to class of 2025. That's Sister Irish. And then I believe this may be a family of yours. Catherine Paragas had said, congratulations to all the graduates of 2025. Special shout out to Sister Kathleen. We are so proud of you. Hearts all around. We have a Sister Michelle Gamab. Hello, po, tuning in from the local congregation of San Pablo BAC. We have Brother Jonathan Ibarra. Greetings and happy viewing from Oakland BAC. Thank you, po, for tuning in. And then we also have a Alex Arola, excuse me. Greetings, beloved brethren from the District of Orange County, California. Thank you for tuning in, OCC. We love you guys. We also have another one coming from Brother Mark. Brother Mark is tuning in from Bangna, Thailand. Tell me if I am mispronouncing that. I think I have. Maybe I'm not. I hope I didn't, though, because I feel a little confident that I got that one right. If I didn't, you can also let me know. All right. Those are a lot of and Irish also said congratulations, I think, to our sister here, Kathleen. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. And of course, sending out your shout outs, excuse me. We also have one more question, and like I mentioned, this can be in any particular order. But what are you looking forward to now? At 1A, Sister Kathleen, you graduated, and um, you know, and Danielle and Ben, you guys are also still continuing your educational journeys. What are you guys looking forward to?
I am looking forward to everything God has planned in the future for me. Looking forward,
Good
especially
answer.
looking forward, especially to pursuing my studies in business, hopefully through university, and seeing what other experiences and memories I can make in the future.
And I thank you.
Yes,
All
exactly.
right. There we go. Absolutely fantastic, fantastic. Always looking forward to what God has in store for us is a fantastic outlook and perspective to always have. All right. Either Danielle or Ben.
I'll go ahead. So I am looking forward to honestly just the rest of my life. I think that there is still so much that I am not sure what's going to happen. I wasn't necessarily planning to take classes again, but here I am. God presented an opportunity and I took it. So I'm excited to see what else he has in store for me. I'm excited for the plans that I do have, and that I hope God will continue to bless. But I'm also really looking forward to all the things that I don't know what I'm going to experience it, if that kind of makes sense. I have no idea what he's going to show me next, and I'm really excited for that. I think that used to be something that I was a little bit scared of, but I'm not that scared of it anymore. I think God has always provided me with all the things that I needed, has always shown me the path that I needed to take and go through. So I'm excited to see how that all unfolds, and to continue to grow and learn and continue to be the best version of myself that I can be. So yeah.
That's another and I thank you answer. I love that. Okay, okay, okay. And sorry for Ben for always putting you on the spot, but go ahead and bring us home.
No, you're good. Actually, can you repeat the question, Brother James?
All right, we got you. It is what are you looking forward to now? Going through if it's your current educational journey. What are you looking forward to in the future?
I'm looking forward to wherever my educational path takes me. I think philosophy is pretty open-ended, so I'm very appreciative of all the opportunities that I get, and I'm looking forward to um, approaching them and taking them and one step at a time, especially remembering to um, remain devoted to my faith and all my duties first.
Okay, I like that. And you know what? I really am, dude. I love that you're studying philosophy because philosophy is one of the things that I'm also interested in. So I feel like we would have a lot of interesting conversations sometime in the future. And something about what Danielle had mentioned that um, I really stuck with me was that it's this is a stage of our life when you graduate, you finish a portion and a chapter of your life that you may feel maybe uncertain what's going on next. But there's also this feeling of optimism having accomplished what we have currently, right? If it's your bachelor's, it's your um, you know additional education to continue to push your career forward, or maybe even just continuous education in hopes to kind of elevate ourselves, right? There's always this pursuit of knowledge that I feel like enables us to look at the future with such optimism. And I think that's something that we can always take with us, especially as members of the church, right? To kind of not only pursue an education, but also to because we all know it's all going to contribute to the glory of God. So there's always going to be something that we can always try to do so that we can do better in the service of in him, right? So before we wrap up with because it is about that time, right? We want to get a chance to announce our past and upcoming activities. So Kuyitek, if you can please show the promos that we had prepped before we close out today's show. We want to say thank you to the live chat. You guys have been fantastic. But and here is one of the activities that we had, or we will be having in May 25, Sunday. Different locations and venues. You have Antioch, Concord, Santa Rosa on the 24th, Burlingame, Daly City, Pacifica on 1 p.m., Hayward, San Leandro. San Francisco is at 1 p.m. on Sunday, Alameda in Oakland, 3 p.m., and San Pablo Hercules at 4 p.m. Care for Humanity. We have another one May 31st on Saturday, 11 a.m. Fun and Games, local congregation of Burlingame, District of Bay Area, California. Please come by, have some fun. We're going to have some games. There's definitely going to be fun because it's in the name. So it's going to be something to look forward to. We have Golf Driving Edition, the Unity Sports that's coming up this Sunday, 2 p.m., Top Golf Burlingame. Please check it out. Come join us. Have some fun. Enjoy good food, which I'm assuming is going to be there. And I know it's going to be good because food is never bad. We have a lot of activities coming up, and I hope you guys are excited, and I hope to see you all there. And you know what? Here we are. Thank you and congratulations to all of our graduates. I just want to say that from the bottom of my heart because you guys made it happen. And with that being said, Sister Danielle, if you can let us, oh, there we go. A happy graduation to Sister Danica Lange from the local congregation of Hercules. Congratulations. And then Sister Elena Lugtu is another graduate from the local congregation of Oakland. Let's see. Hey, that's one of our panelists, Sister Kathleen Paragas. There we go, local congregation of Concord. Hey, and our one and only brother Joel from the local congregation of Burlingame. Congratulations. I believe he may be currently he graduated today. Yeah.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Kind of like right now ish, or a few
Right now ish. Okay. Well, Joel, I appreciate you. If you can see this, we also have a sister, Lloyd. I promise. I think that Lloyd Perez from local Pacifica. Let me know if I got that one right, sister. Sister Miko Andaya, local congregation of Burlingame. Congratulations on graduating. Oh, happy birthday. Excuse me. Happy birthday. Sorry. Happy birthday to brother Maya as well. So are they okay? Okay. I think I was just, you know what? My screen was like this wide. There we go. Well, thank you guys for all tuning in. As always, we do have a few ways to tune in and keep up with church media. Sister Danielle, if you can take over from here.
Yes. And once again, congratulations to all the graduates and happy birthday to those that are celebrating. If you want to keep up with all of the church media, you can tune in through YouTube with our INCRadio DZEM 954. And our social media is iglesianicristo News and Updates on Facebook. Our Instagram is INC News and Updates. And our Twitter is INC News_updates.
And as always, before we conclude our episode of INCRadio San Francisco, we would like to say a special thank you to the Bay Area District staff, our multimedia advisor, Jonathan Ibarra, our CFO advisor, or our CFO overseer, Alex Rito, our assistant district supervising minister, Robel Del Rosario, and our district supervising minister, Jojo Bayani. And from INCRadio, we would like to say thank you so much again to Tech. You have been fantastic. You'll always be fantastic. And you're always the best. So appreciate you, Tech, and to our executive producer, Brother Manly Andaya, and to our executive minister, Ka Eduardo V. Manalo, and our CEBSI CEO, CFO coordinator, Ka Angelo Manalo. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to our live chat. Thank you for all your greetings, all the love that you've shown to our graduates and to our birthday celebrants. We want to say thank you again. We're going to see you again next Friday, 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on INCRadio San Francisco. Up next, you have INCRadio Silicon Valley. Thank you. Take care.